Hey guys, another quick video today. It's all about the duffel bag. Now I'm going to describe to you in a short video here the reasons why I think maybe you should have a duffel bag, and I'll tell you the reasons why I have a duffel bag. Now the best way I can describe a duffel bag is it's sort of like a cross between a suitcase and a rucksack. So how do I best describe that? A rucksack's obviously designed for carrying for long periods of time, taking a lot of gear and carrying for long periods of time. Say a 65 litre rucksack, it's sort of like for an expedition. You put all your equipment on it, you carry it, and you move from point to point to remote places. So obviously if you're going to be carrying a rucksack for 5, 6, 7 hours on a hike, that's what the rucksacks are for. A suitcase, obviously, if you're going on holidays, it keeps everything tidy in your your pack, and has all the wee compartments to keep everything tidy and all your bits and pieces, and that's what a suitcase is. A duffel bag sort of crosses between both these sort of things. So we'll just go through the main features of a standard duffel bag. Now, all these duffel bags here are slightly different, but we'll go through all the main features of the duffel bags because they're pretty much all the same and have most of the same features. So we'll just go through them here. Here's a Highlander, the Highlander 65, that's a Highlander 90 litre, and that's the two Life Venture ones, which are 100 litres, and this is the Jack Wolfskin one, which is a 65 litre. Now, the duffel bag's handy. What I'd use a 65 litre for would be, they're very good for standing camps or base camps and things like that, or even just going on holidays. So obviously you can put your gear on them and you can take them to a standing camp where you're only maybe walking maybe half an hour into the base camp or to the standing camp, so you're not carrying it for long periods, but have everything in it you need, and they have them well organised inside it, so they're easy to get everything in and out of, like a suitcase compared to a rucksack. Rucksacks can be very footery at times with side pockets and getting things in and out. At least here you open up and you can see everything, and that's why they're very handy for standing camps and that. And most duffel bags come with a heavy duty PVC material, which is usually waterproof. It should be waterproof if it's PVC, a heavy duty PVC material. And some come with a fabric which have a water treatment on them, so they're water repellent. Maybe not quite as waterproof as these, but they'll have a water repellency of some sort. So we'll just go through them here. As it says, they're a cross between a rucksack and a suitcase. So as you can see here, there's your straps that you'd carry like a rucksack. So obviously if you're going from one point to another point, and if they're not a long distance carry, they're quite handy. If you're only, say, walking into your base camp, or you're even through an airport or whatever, you just carry them like a normal rucksack, tighten them up to whatever way suits and carry them. And as I said, they're not designed to carry for long periods like a rucksack, so they're padded enough, but you can't adjust them as well as you can a rucksack, and they're not as well as padded, so they wouldn't be as comfortable as a rucksack, but they'll do the job for a short period. Again, a lot on here, like this what Jack Wolfskin one is, you can take off the straps and just use the standard hold-all style, as so. And some of them come with the over-shoulder strap, like that, and some you can just get a strap and you can hook it between the two handles here and here, which again are quite handy having handles in the end. If you're putting on conveyor belts and stuff like that in airports, you can slide them off and slide them in and out of roof racks and stuff, and vans and cars and stuff like that. So they're quite handy that way. Now we'll just open it up here and we'll see the top of the lid. This Wolfskin one, it has a waterproof zip for a wee pocket on top of the rucksack. And as I say, this is a waterproof material, they have a lip that goes over the zip that obviously doesn't let water into the main compartment and get all your gear wet. Now, in the compartment itself, so it looks more like a suitcase then when you open it. So like any standard suitcase, when you open the lid, you usually have a mesh pocket under the lid. The duffel bag's exactly the same. Now I can't really show you in this one because of almost all my stuffing in here that we use for the display in here. But in the bag itself, it has pockets like this the whole way around it. And this particular version, you'll have a pocket here in this duffel bag. Some of them don't. I think these ones are just open, and I think these ones here would have a pocket inside. The thing I like about the duffel bag too, as I say, is they're very handy for standing camps and base camps, and even going on travel. I never use a suitcase anymore. The thing about a suitcase is, if you're getting a suitcase, they're very rigid. So if you don't fill your suitcase, to its maximum capacity, it's still going to be the same size because they don't fold down any. So they're very rigid. Where the duffel bag is, if you have a 65 litre duffel bag there and you only put 40 litres in it, you can squish it down to make more space in wherever you're putting it, whether it's your boot of your car or your tent or whatever you want. You know, you can squish them down and use up the extra space that you haven't used. While if you use a suitcase, they're stuck with the size of the suitcase. So they're a lot more durable that way. The other thing with the duffel bag is you'll probably get a lot more years out of them. You know, you're hauling them to camps and airports and then into the back of the car. You can move them about. They'll take a lot more of a battering than compared to a suitcase. A suitcase can get wore really quick, can get damaged, you know, and they wouldn't last as long. If you get a good duffel bag, they'll get a good 10 years out of them easily. If you look, obviously, you know, if you look after them, they're not designed to be looked after, but obviously look after them as best you can. They're designed for roughing it out. And that's pretty much the main features what I like about the duffel bag. And once you move away from the suitcases and start using these, they're a great job. I know some people like their wheels in suitcases. You can get a duffel bag, some duffel bags that are like this but have wheels and a handle, but to me they're a wee bit more too much like a suitcase, and they're a wee bit more rigid than a duffel bag should be. So all in all, you know, you pick them up like these big ones here at the bottom, they're about £40. These here Highlander ones with the PVC waterproof coating or material are £45. The Jack Wolfskin one here is £100, or Canadian £100. And generally with the duffel bags, they all pretty much have the same capabilities. And again, the more money you put into them, probably the better duffel bag you're going to get. You'll have maybe more features to it and a higher quality. But generally, they're all in around the same principle. They all have the same principle. So, as I says, these are my reasons for getting a duffel bag. They're great for going on holidays. They're great for standing camps or base camps, or they're great for any situation where you have to take any sort of gear, whether it's clothing or equipment, to any sort of place, whether it's through travel or short distance walks and stuff like that. They're great. Again, if you're going on a long distance walk where you're carrying your bag for hours on end, that's when you use a rucksack. These are for carrying for short periods. They're designed obviously for outdoor, and as I said, the times I use them is going to base camps. So it can be quite handy if you're going to do your bushcraft in the forest and you're going to a place that's fairly close to you. You can carry all your bushcraft gear in it for a short distance, go into your forest and do your bushcraft there, rather than taking the rucksack way or a Bergen or whatever. You can lay everything in that. You can see where everything's at, rather than the rucksack you have to go through all the pockets and you have to remember where everything's at. And generally most people will know where they've put everything. But if you've got a head on meat like me, I have a certain way of packing my rucksacks that I always pack the same way every time, but I still forget what pockets which when I go to look for things. So that's why I quite like the duffel bag. You open them up, you can see everything, and you can pull them in and out. So that's my reasons why I like getting a duffel bag. So there you go, folks.